Hi YouTube. Well, this is an update on Thursday this week because I was running around yesterday like a crazy person after I came back from upstate New York. If you don't know who I am, I'm Anneke Van Buren from Tampa, Florida, and I've been doing this weekly cocktail series update for quite some time now. So since it's still kind of crazy and busy and I'm going to have to go away again next week, I'm going to do a short little update for you, but with one of my favorite cocktails ever. I know I seem to have a lot of favorites, don't I? Well, this is really simple and elegant and easy. It's a Kir Royale. We're going to start with crème de cassis, and it's black currants. And it's very sweet and it's very sticky. So I'm just going to add a little bit in the bottom of this champagne glass. I saw a recipe yesterday that had me adding either champagne or Prosecco on the back of a spoon so that we could layer this. Well, I tried. I still wound up with a ruby red cocktail. So let's stick with what I know. And we're going to top it with Prosecco. And that's it, folks. Now, usually when you order this out, there will be a sliver of lemon on the top. And this is the way that I like it, just like this. Delish. You can also make it with Chambord, which is a raspberry liqueur. A little bit sweeter. I happen to like the black currant better, but it's up to you. So, let's get this out of the way. What am I wearing? It's a halter dress with black suede thigh-high boots. It's just shirted all the way down, and I'll turn around for you. Very simple. Big hoop earrings. I may go over to the club tonight, and if I do, then this is what I'll wear. Really good. It's a couple of hours, 3 hours away from cocktail time. So that's going to be it for me for now. So what was I up to last week? Well, I think I've mentioned before that I was born in upstate New York, in the Albany area. And I found out something really interesting this week. I was staying with family outside of Albany, which was just a treat. And my brother has just a fabulous sound system. He spent a lot of time in research and effort and dollars, and he's converted his dining room into his sound room. And so each night we'd pop a chair in the middle of the room and we'd share our favorite albums. Have you heard this? Have you heard this? And he and I were both brought up in a household where we were exposed to classical music. My mother was a violinist, and I studied piano and violin, and he studied trombone, and he was really terrible. We used to send him down to the basement to practice because he was so awful, and we had a good laugh about that. So that was our upbringing. So his favorite is Beethoven, so we listened to some Beethoven piano concertos, and we listened to a little Carmina Burana, and then Saturday night we went out to dinner to a really lovely restaurant in Albany, New York called 677, and then walked across the street to the Albany Symphony. Now, Albany's not a big town. It's only maybe around 100,000 people now. The Capital District is bigger, with Troy and Schenectady and all the suburbs, and then the jewel in the crown, Saratoga. And so we went to the symphony, and they actually have won a Grammy. They are that good for a really small regional orchestra. But there's a reason for that. There's a lot of colleges in the Albany area. There's RPI, there's Union College, there used to be St. Rose, Russell Sage, pharmacy, law school, just and all kinds of community colleges. So there have always been a lot of excellent music programs in the area and a lot of excellent venues for concerts. And is the way I think with most places, you know, jazz, which is my favorite idiom, although not my only, is kind of taking a back seat. I got in Wednesday, took a little trip across the New York State Thruway to see the color and to have lunch with an old friend. And sad to say, there's no color. I mean, there is no color. The Northeast had a drought this summer, and so the leaves have not changed. We're kind of hoping that maybe they're going to change late, and I just showed up too early this year. And then Thursday, I wandered all around my hometown and did things, and then went to one of my favorite restaurants, which is called Grappa 72. And here was one of these things that got preserved. Live jazz, a trio, stand-up bass, keyboards, drums, vocals, sit at the bar, have a wonderful Italian dinner, and listen to jazz. It was just heaven. And so those were the things I did. You know, I visited with other family. I went to the cemetery, to my parents' grave, and left some flowers. We took rides along the back roads in search of color, and we saw a little spot here and there. And you know, that was enough to be back out in the country, just outside of the Catskill Mountains, and to be able to see those beautiful forests and back roads and old homes that have been beautifully restored. Upstate New York is having a kind of a heyday as a farm-to-table foodie area now, and it's having a growth around Hudson, Catskill, all those areas, all the way up really almost to Albany. And then of course Saratoga is absolutely booming. So I wandered around here and there, just got to catch up, relax, not do anything special, just enjoy the cooler weather, family, old friends. And isn't that really the best of all? A lot of us spend our lives running around looking for that something that's going to complete us, or maybe that's someone. And you know what really completes us is when that someone is ourself, when we're happy with who we are as people, when we're authentic, we know what we need in our life, we know what we want in our life, we know the people that we want to have in our life, the people that will uplift us and help us grow and expand. And if we don't have them, or we do and they don't fill that need in our lives anymore, then we just kind of say adios. So that's where I am in life, being very selective about the friends that I choose, the places that I go, enjoying the things that I love and I'm happy with. And basically, they're pretty simple. Don't need fancy diamonds, designer clothes, really expensive car, a really expensive home. I just need to have that circle of friends and family around that love and care for me. I wish that for all of you. So as you go into this weekend, I hope it's a blessed one for you. And remember, share a smile. It might be just the thing that someone needs today. I'm going to have to shut this off myself. Once again, I've lost my little selfie. And I'm going to have to do this and say bye till next week. Namaste.